himself obeys the sit-at-home on Monday, and then the civil servants that work in government house obey the sit-at-home, and government shut down on Mondays, it means the real governor of Southeast is Simon Ekpa, ruling the Southeast from Finland. Himself obeys the sit-at-home on Monday, and then the civil servants that work in government house obey the sit-at-home, and government shut down on Mondays. It means the real governor of Southeast is Simon Ekpa, ruling the Southeast from Finland.
They are physique and everything. They are Fulanis.
Of Nigerian extraction.
Oh, you know, they're Nigerians. No doubt about that.
They are Nigerians.
Yes, in fact, some of them have parents in the town.
So why, for those who say some of these criminal elements are non-Nigerians who move through the ECOWAS territory
yes,
into Nigeria, is that true?
What happened is, you see, as I've said, now we are having an ethnic war. The Fulani nomadic feels his existence is threatened. So what they do is, when they have a war, they call other Fulanis from other countries, irrespective of where they are. Fulani is Fulani man. They go to defend their kinsmen. Then disperse, each one goes back to his roga. So that's why they what do you call it? They transit the borders just for an operation and go back. But if there is calm and there's peace, you will not see this kind of incursion of foreign elements into the nation. And that's why it's very important. The government is very proactive in this issue. Let's go in, let's educate them, let's register them, let us do what we do to others. They are physique and everything. They are Fulanis.
Of Nigerian extraction.
Oh, you know, they're Nigerians. No doubt about that.
They are Nigerians.
Yes, in fact, some of them have parents in the town.
So why, for those who say some of these criminal elements are non-Nigerians who move through the ECOWAS territory
yes,
into Nigeria, is that true?
What happened is, you see, as I've said, now we are having an ethnic war. The Fulani nomadic feels his existence is threatened. So what they do is, when they have a war, they call other Fulanis from other countries, irrespective of where they are. Fulani is Fulani man. They go to defend their kinsmen. Then disperse, each one goes back to his roga. So that's why they what do you call it? They transit the borders just for an operation and go back. But if there is calm and there's peace, you will not see this kind of incursion of foreign elements into the nation. And that's why it's very important. The government is very proactive in this issue. Let's go in, let's educate them, let's register them, let us do what we do to others. They are physique and everything. They are Fulanis.
Of Nigerian extraction.
Oh, you know, they're Nigerians. No doubt about that.
They are Nigerians.
Yes, in fact, some of them have parents in the town.
So why?
Lovers of freedom, good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the press. I welcome every one of you to this emergency space tonight. Unannounced space, and I know a lot of you may be surprised. I have come to brief Biafrans on the progress we are making to make sure the enemy does not leave, to tell the story of how they have killed, mastermind the butchering of our people in Biafra land. We are fighting spiritually, physically, and otherwise. So my fellow Biafran, I have just come to share story, very briefly, of what is going on with the caliphate and those who say that Biafrans cannot leave. those who say that Biafra will not come, over their dead body, they will all die and Biafra will come. I want you people to understand this evening that the criminal in Aso Rock, the drug lord in Aso Rock, is now a walking corpse. When I was responding, I told them that Yorubas, prominent so-called Yorubas, have always getting killed by the Nigeria state. Either they died in prison, or killed them by injection, or they assassinate them on their way to somewhere. It has always been like that in the history. The only difference is that this particular drug lord called Tinubu is not a Yoruba man. I have said this several times, and I have waited for them to challenge that particular claim. He is from Guinea. He came to Nigeria because Nigeria was then a safe haven for criminals, just like it is today, even worse. Tinubu was pushing drugs for Ibrahim Babangida. He was one of the cartel that the Nigeria army then used. You know, they used a lot of people that made money in those days. They were all into drugs. Babangida was the head of the cartel. So when you carry drug to Murtala Mohammed Airport, you have a cover-up by those at the airport. Once it comes from the military Supreme Council of the military, whatever they call it then, nobody checks you. Their connection, the cartel connection, run across entire Africa to Europe, Asia, America. And so they were highly connected. So Tinubu was one of those that were used by the military administrators to push drugs. They manipulated their way to make him a Nigerian. They made sure they sponsored him with their power. He became a Lagosian. From Lagosian, become the governor. Every step of the way has been with impunity. Tinubu life is example of impunity. And then what he did was to begin to empower people that are around him. So nobody asks questions. He begin to fix them. And whenever he empowers you, you owe him a duty. The duty is never to betray. So use the opportunity to empower the people. I don't know whether it's an empowerment. Of course, it's a corruption empowerment. Give people that doesn't merit positions without merit. Just like you see this criminal Akoya Musioluomo in Lagos. These are the kind of people, he empowers criminality. And then he began to build his political empire. Every military personnel in Nigeria then knows him. When Abacha came, was this Abacha when he ran away from Nigeria? Was because they know him very, very well, because he was not a military personnel. So when that particular president came, the military dictator, he ran away to exile. He did not run because he has one status or another. No, he ran away because they know he was their drug bed. It was the drug bed of many military personnel then, and he ran to exile. He said he doesn't believe in Nigeria. Everybody saw the news. Anyway, I am not here to tell this story. What I'm here to inform Biafrans and those who love us is that the oppressors, the killers, those who are butchering our people, thinking that they have power, they are going down. As I'm talking to you today, they have injected the idiot, and he can no longer walk. I raised the alarm. People thought I was joking. Of course, Biafra knows I doesn't joke when it comes to information like that. They poisoned the idiot. I also exposed the coup. They wanted to kill him. They wanted to kill many prominent men. And you know what? I exposed them, and because of that, those plotting the coup re-strategize and change their plan. The reason I will continue to bust them, because the time that kind of thing can happen is not yet. We control what happens in Nigeria. We will push them and show them where to fall. So I have come this evening with an emergency information so that the coup plotters and the enemies, those enemies surrounding the criminal, the drug lord, will see how to revive him. And I doubt if they will revive him. You can imagine where the wife is the one controlling Aso Rock. The wife is the one telling who is going to come there and who is not going to come there. And she think that those people that they are surrounding themselves in their place there, they are happy. Nobody is happy with the woman. The reason I'm mentioning this today is so that I will scatter this plan, and the next plan I will not, because I know before they will regain themselves, re-strategize again, it will take time. I want everything they are going to do, let it be on October. From October, not now. So the woman called Remi Tinubu, is that her name? The wife of this drug lord is the one controlling the presidency. And none of the Northerners are happy with her. Of course, they will not tell them. Shetima is not happy. The caliphate is not happy because the woman is controlling what is happening in Nigeria today. So they decided to call it a day and decided to bar the idiot and poison him, took him a very good injection. Today, he is lying very critically ill. And I challenge them. If they say that what I'm saying is lie, let Tinubu make video. Let them come on national television and call Tinubu, even on the phone. Let the stupid Nigerians hear him. He can't talk. And all of a sudden, they release a statement. They release statement. They say Tinubu can no longer go to, what is it called? They say the Minister of Foreign Affairs to now represent President Tinubu at U.S. Africa Summit. Complete rubbish. And then they went ahead to say Vice President Kashim Shettima, who was originally scheduled to represent the president, was unable to make the trip following a technical fault. Which technical fault? With his aircraft, forcing him to make a detour to the device of the presidential air fleet. Now, if the flight of the terrorist Shettima has a fault, which flight is the Minister of Foreign Affairs going to use to go to the same journey? Does he have a UFO? If actually that the terrorist Boko Haram Shettima was scheduled to go to that place, even if the plane developed fault, he will go with the same plane that this minister is going to use to go to that place. And I tell you, there is a technical fault in the plane. Government of lies, propaganda. But this time around, I am here to punch all the tires. We will not give you people breathing space. So I want the whole world to know that this man in Asorok cannot survive. I'm telling you, because the poison they gave him was a very strong one and he's very weak. He can't talk, he can't walk, he can't do anything. Who knows whether he don't buy himself? I will still bring the news if it happens. Believe me, I will be the first person that will announce it. Because Bible, which I believe, told us, suffer the witch and wizard not to live. These people are worse than witches and wizards. That's why we'll continue to pray to our God to make sure all of them die either by this poison that they have injected him or by the natural call, which is very close to him. You can't kill Biafrans and expect to enjoy peace. It's not possible. We follow you spiritually, physically, and otherwise. And today, I am more closer to you in Asorok than you can ever be to me.
Ndewo Biafran people, I salute you all. Warm greetings from here. As you join, please hit the like button and the share. Thank you, Biafran people, and thank you, lovers of freedom. Thank you, haters of freedom, and thank you, those that have been recruited to come and die in Biafra land. The well is very, very deep for you people to fall into. The Biafra Defense Forces are doing the needful, and they will continue until the enemies of Biafra are totally minus in Biafra land. Please, we are calling on all pastors and bishops and prayer ministers and warriors to intensify their prayers that Gowon should not die before October, November, December. And Tinubu, the drug lord president that has been poisoned, he should not also die before October, November, December. Babangida too should not also die before that time. All of them that have sponsored and harness the slaughter, killings, and genocide of Biafran women and children and men, they should not die before October, November, December. Please, let God sustain them, prolong their lifespan a bit till October, November, December. And those that are behind the coups that want to carry it out, and those that re-strategize after PM gave you people the intel earlier before now, with the new trends of the coup that they have gone, which they've changed the pattern to poison the moron drug lord who thought that he is the big Agberos, and you understand the pattern of the drugs cabal system. It is time for him to understand that he is in politics now and he's in government. So you people that masterminded and successfully poisoned him, please, you guys should turn down the poison. Go and look for something that will be remoting the poison lifespan. Remote it, as in now. Reduce it backward, not clockwise. Go anti-clockwise. So that the anti-clockwise movement will reduce the effectiveness of the poison, so that his lifespan will increase small till October, November, December. Yes, that is the right time for you people to do anything. If you want to cut his head off, do it in October, November, December. Don't do it now. You know, from the first video I played, Gumi said that every Fulani man that comes into Nigeria is a Fulani man, and a Fulani is a Fulani. It doesn't matter whether he's from the Sahel, it doesn't matter whether he's from Senegambia, it doesn't matter whether he's from Mali, that wherever he comes from, a Fulani is a Fulani, and he has a right to do whatever he wants to do in one Nigeria. So the message here and what you need to understand is that a Fulani man brought in from the Sahel, brought in from Senegambia, brought in from Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, has the right to come in and slaughter and massacre and take over the lands in one Nigeria. But Igbo man that is in Ivory Coast is not allowed to come in and take over anything in one Nigeria. Igbo man and Yoruba man that is in Niger and Chad is not allowed to come in and take anything in Nigeria and to kill and maim and destroy. But Gumi made you to understand that the Fulani Islamic jihadist terrorist man that is brought in all the way from Senegambia has the right to come in. That he has the right, not minding where the mama born him. As far as he enter Nigeria, he has the right to come and join forces and fight to slaughter and to kill and to implement Islamic jihad, the conquest agenda. So for all of you that are shouting one Nigeria, a new Nigeria, how far? So my message here today is that you guys should allow this Tifunubu drug lord to live from now till October, November, December, before you will cut off the lifeline. Allow the lifeline to sustain him till October, November, December 1st. That is when you people should now press the highest button. By that time, Biafra restoration is done. By that time, we want everything to mesh and clock the same time, so that when we press our own button, all the fire will burn and there will be no fire service to try to fight or to quench or to arrest the fire. For now, it's too early for you guys. At least when I for use the kind poison where Oyibo people invent now, where we say, now go inject them, now go allow the poison to degenerate in body from maybe this April till December or January of 2025. At least now for use poison will get lifespan of 1 year deterioration. So that it could deteriorate the body, go reach that time before you go buy now. When I just want kill drug lord, when I just want kill him just within 1 week. Now 2 weeks ago. Now not even get church mind at all. Now not even ask Baba God say which pattern on I go use. Take by drug lord president if you know. At least next time make una ask us so that we can direct you guys to the most important one where white people they use. So that you don't just buy the person within 2 weeks. You get the one where they're more sophisticated so that he go now there for like 9 months. He go see the work as the working cops and working dead. Go see they do everything for now. Go see they carry una from top to bottom. Go see they push una into the biggest lagoon. All of una go see they die every day. They go, they hang on themselves in the name of one Nigeria. Then at the end of the day, everything go after like 9-10 months. But for now, make una reduce the lifespan of this thing where una do. Make una now increase in own lifespan. Make the thing go up some more until October, November, December. And that is the right time we want it to happen, please. But did you know what is appalling here? When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu exposed the impostor in Aso Rock that was dead, that later went to African Union meeting and they stood up and observed a minute silence for his demise. Thereafter, 2 weeks later, they brought the impostor from Sudan. The other one later ran away and they brought the one from Niger, then came. The same African Union, ECOWAS, stood up again to still recognize the impostor that was brought to them. So now, the point is, why didn't you people respond or reciprocate to Buhari's death the way you people are responding to the drug lord president death, the Agberos today? It's too bad. I beg, who did there? May you carry him. Because the way you people have responded to this thing now, it seems that the Agberos, where Tifinubu don't defeat since, they don't even love Tifinubu at all. When Buhari's announcement of death was made, we did not see the disappointment like this, the way you people are doing Yoruba media. I can remember how you people were now kicking against it and putting it the other way and making sure the news does not fly. But look at what is happening. In the drug lord president own, now even in media, now them they carry the matter they sit down for their media house, they make caricature of. So all this money that the drug president has been spending to sponsor APC and to sponsor all of you has been a waste. Hey, if he knew, he would have put his money somewhere else. Maybe he would have even recruited some of our Biafran brothers that are very good in working for the Fulanis. Because when they work, at least they will deliver. They will deliver and you will see the money. You will see what he paid for it. But look at the Yoruba media now. Yoruba media that the drug lord president wasted his money and invested so much to make sure that they work to the integrity and to the posterity of the Islamic jihadists, Nigeria country. Today, they are the ones using him to make caricature on their media house. So when I saw this thing got me saddened. Look at Hope Jesus Odinma now. Fulani Islamic Jihadist terrorist caliphate gave him the mandate of making sure Biafra does not stand. That he should kill anything IPOB, kill anything ESN when ESN was launched. And now that they hear that there is a government of Biafra and there is Biafra Liberation Army as the arm wing and the defense circle of the Biafran government. They say you must destroy. It is not just destroy. He himself had taken the mandate and told one Nigerian government, you don't need to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because he is ready to deliver. This is the message he has given to the zoo government. He told them you should not in any way do a mistake of releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because if you release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he is finished, and all his boys are also finished. The Fulani Islamic Jihadist terrorist government and their caliphate, they gave a mandate to Ohaneze Ndigbo. Obiozo was appointed by the Fulani Meji Hala to be the president of Ohaneze Ndigbo. It was not you and I, as Igbo brothers and sisters and children, or our brothers and sisters and elders that came together to appoint or elected Obiozo to be the President General of Ohaneze. No, it was Fulanis that elected him to be the leader so that he will work to their own interests. And then, Iwonyahu is here today. The governors of Biafra land that are serving the interests of one Nigeria also have the same mandate. And you can see how they are delivering. So what is my point here? They can deliver to the Fulanis on the mandate that they have given to them. That is why I said Tifinubu, the drug lord, should have given this money and contract to our Igbo brothers and sisters, our Biafran brothers and sisters that are in the political arena, and they would do it and give him 100%. Not the Yoruba media that he has today, which he has spent all his money on them, and at the end of the day, they have disappointed him. Who masterminded the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? It was our Igbo brothers and sisters. It was Ohaneze Ndigbo. You saw the letter that I displayed the other day, that they elected Ohaneze president. It is not you as a citizen of Biafra land. It is the Fulanis that elected president of Ohaneze to serve the interests of the Fulanis. So this is how and why they tackled Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, killed the commanders of ESN that was formed far back in 2020, and then went ahead to the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And did they stop there? No, they did not stop there. They went as far as doing what? They went as far as placing bounty on the head of Simon Ekpa. Over $650,000. Who did it? It is Ohaneze. The Southeast elders, the Southeast terrorist ministers, the Southeast and senators of our own land. So when you now see that the drug lord president has been poisoned, instead of the Yoruba media to be seeing a way of how to revamp the situation, or how to see if they can even fight the Fulani terrorists back with their media that they have, they are not doing so. They are actually using it as a caricature against him. So my question is, all the money that the impostor collected from Tifinubu to put into APC, with all that he stole, with the drug lord money that and the drug cartel money that he put inside, Agberos, Yorubas don't even love Tifinubu. Hey, you guys don't even love Tifinubu for one. Prime Minister Simon Ekpa told you that there is intel and it is confirmed that they have poisoned your Tifinubu drug lord president. And you people are comfortable with everything that is happening. None of you are even making any move to challenge the Fulani terrorists. Yes, it's good that our PM brought it to limelight, so that when it is finally out now, you people will understand that he brought it beforehand. But it is quite disappointing that you will allow your own to be buy like fly because you all love money, and the media houses that are even supposed to wake up and then tackle the Fulani terrorists, they are sleeping. Instead, they are using their dead man walking poisoned president general to do what? To make caricature on the media. Hello, Mero. Now, let's go back to something, because we love to connect the dots. When we connect the dots, many of you will start to remember something and to reason well, because a lot of you don't reason well. Now, do you remember this Yoruba pilot? Do you remember this Yoruba pilot that was killed by the Fulani terrorists, jihadist Islamic government of one Nigeria? Do you remember this pilot? This Yoruba pilot was killed because she was very good in aiming and shooting at the terrorists from far distance on the aircraft. They said she likes to pick on the terrorists straight away without missing a shot. So because she could not miss a shot, and she has been buying and minusing the terrorists on every strike that she makes, they decided to cut her off. They killed her. And when they killed her till today, all of you useless Yoruba media and nonsense house cannot do anything. Now, let me see, put it here like this. Do you now see what they later did? Shetima now and the terrorist army came back with this same photo of that Yoruba pilot, and then they carry Buhari, put in between, and then remove the pilot of Yoruba that they killed, and then they put him there. To do what? To connect the dot and to let him know that they are planning to assassinate him in like manner. So when Prime Minister now came and gave you people the expose about the planned genocide and coup and massacre and takeover of the drug lord president before time, they now went back to go and re-strategize. They went to go and change the pattern. So when you now connect these two photos together, connect the two photos together, this one here, connect the two photos together. If you're not seeing it well, zoom your phone, zoom the screen of this broadcast so that you will see what is there. You see what is written there? Islamic jihadist terrorists of Nigeria warns and reminds Tinubu how they eliminated the Oduduwa military pilot. That was to remind them that they are not done with you guys. So that was to remind them that they are not done with you guys. So, but did they take it serious? No. All the Agberos media houses of Yoruba, you guys are very, very useless. All of you that will come to the media and be hosting spaces and talking about Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra. But do you know one thing that intrigues me? What intrigues me is that when I go to the space or any social media handle, the people that have been recruited to come and talk against and open programs, broadcast and talk against Biafra are not majority of Yorubas or Oduduwas. They are majority of Biafrans like me. Most especially the Igbo Biafrans. When you go to space, you see the ones that will come to whole space and talking against Simon Ekpa and talking against Biafran government in exile and talking against our 15K food soldiers that we had to supply to Israel when it is needed, and talking against every template that the Biafran government in exile have put in place by the Prime Minister. You don't see Yoruba man championing it. It is Igbo man like me that is championing it. That is why I connected the dot and said, it would have been better that Tinubu contracted my fellow Igbo brother to have do the work of the media for him and for his government than to contract Yoruba people and to give it to them. Because all the money that Tinubu have been paying them and feeding them and giving them everything that they need. All the yellow and brown envelope that has been given to them is not paying off from what they are delivering. You see that this was unveiled before, and we explained it to you guys, the meaning of it. We even connected it and brought back this very photo and connected it. We explained to you guys, did not take it serious. Prime Minister even exposed Hope Odima and all the gang members that the Fulani terrorists have used to be able to eliminate Tinubu. You guys did not take it serious. We even tried to connect it in every way possible. That wasn't enough for you. Yet, what you people do on the social media every day, and on the channels television, NTA, AIT, and Arise News, is to use this same drug baron to make caricature. I will play a video where you hear them using him to make caricature, and you go ask yourself question: are these the media houses that Tinubu has been paying off? Because it would have even been better that they contracted my fellow Igbo brothers who are very good in doing the sabotage, who sabotage Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Like if I knew about which you see him today, who is the one that is leading in the destruction of IPOB that has become IPOB Nigeria. The structure house that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu set up, Ifeanyi Uba is now in charge and is using many other people that are gullible and very, very willing and useful. So, Tinubu should have contracted my Igbo brothers, like Ifeanyi Uba, Soludo, Peter Obi, Hope Odima, and who again? Wike, Amechi, Igwanyi, Ogwanyi, Peter Mba, Oti, all of them that are in power, and those that have left power already, and also Willy, all of them that stood together, George Obioso, and Agudike, all of them that stood together and came to announce the proscription of IPOB as a terrorist group. These are the kind of people, the kind of media that Tinubu should have contracted to be working for him, to be able to propel and to fight issues back. But he actually decided to spend his money on the Yoruba media, which has disappointed him so much. You will be shocked of what you will be hearing today. At the media house that this man is spending so much money, instead of them looking for the safety of the man that is dying, or looking for him to revive, or to see where they have taken his dead body to, or to tackle the government to say, bring this man out, let us grant him a live interview. Because when Oyendu exposed that of Buhari, they were coming with counter opinion, counter videos, They went and printed another person, brought the mask. Before you know it, Oyendu's expose did not even last for 1 week. You started seeing different species of Buhari. Different species of Buhari was everywhere circulated. So that means that the Fulani terrorists, they even love Buhari, and the Yoruba media and the Yoruba gurus, they love Buhari more than the Agberos. But they did not understand one thing. That it was actually the Agbero president, the drug lord president, that was pumping the money into the government, that was sponsoring the terrorism, that was sponsoring the jihad, that was sponsoring the APC government. It was actually the drug lord president, Tinubu, that is the president now. That is why, after Buhari had finished the first tenure, he was supposed to come in because that was the bargain. They refused him, and then he still swallowed his pride and continued to still sponsor the APC, Islamic Jihadist Terrorist Party, and continued to come. So this third time now, they told him, no, you must give it to him, or if not, he threatened to expose the impostor in Asoro. He threatened to expose every secrecy that they have, which he knows of, which he is part and parcel of and has hidden it for years. Because of what? Because of the money, because of the stake, because of the share that he has sold so much into APC, Islamic Jihadist Terrorist Party, just to sustain one Nigeria. For the interest of Britain, not for his own interest, for the interest of Britain, because the only person that is ripping off the blood of the indigenous people in Nigeria today are Britain, Europe, and America. Because all these nonsense and useless people that call themselves leaders or rulers of Nigeria may think that they are making anything. If money that is supposed to come out is 100 trillion, then Britain and Europe and America are to take a share of 40%. And then they are to come back to come and share only 60%. They now claim that they have made so much money. You don't sit back to ask yourself, someone that is not contributing a quota to your existence, he did not contribute any quota to the existence of that natural resources that is embedded in your land, but is taking 40% out. It's giving you back 60%, and you come back to come and share the money. You're now very happy that you're making money. Because by so doing, there will be no transparency. Every corruption scandal and everything will be covered. That is why dividends of democracy, dividends of the natural resources, extracted and refined, extracted in your land and then refined in another man's land and brought back to sell to you, you can't even get the dividends of it as an indigenous person. But where they take the thing to go and refine, those people now are enjoying it. And you yourself cannot enjoy the dividends of democracy or the dividends of the natural resources that was extracted in your own land. Now, the corruption continued to trend. You have to run away to go and look for greener pastures in their own countries, while their country now becomes a safe haven. So when these rulers and leaders and criminals that are seated as one Nigerian government or one Nigerian terrorist leaders, they are protecting the interests of EU, they are protecting the interests of America, they are protecting the interests of UK. It is just because of the small quota that they see that is sustaining their criminality, which makes them think and believe that they are working for their pocket. They are not even working for their pocket. That is why Southeast governors can come out and say they have unanimously come out to proscribe the indigenous people of Biafra. But you could not come out to proscribe the indigenous terrorists of Fulani. You could not come out to proscribe the contracted and the foreign terrorists of the Fulani extra that are killing people and cutting their heads off every day. So it's very, very shocking that with all the money that blah, blah, blah has spent on the Nigerian one media, now that they have poisoned him, the Nigerian one media, Yoruba, cannot even look for him. So where is Tinubu? Now, you are going to listen to them, ask you the question. Now they are Yoruba media, now they are one Nigerian media. Now them could ask this question. This is a question that shouldn't have been. The question should have been, bring Tinubu out, let him come and grant us interview and let us know his welfare. These are people that Tinubu are paying. People that want a new Nigeria. They know that they use sickness, injected, what's it called, Yaradua, and they killed him. Bye. Now, Buhari also, they wanted to also kill Goodluck Jonathan. That is why Goodluck Jonathan carry himself, JJJ run Komodo. They for also kill him. Because they saw that after Yaradua, Goodluck wanted to come and keep the legacy of Yaradua to make things happen in good ways. But they sorted it out and said, no, why should you allow this, our criminality to end? No. They pursue Goodluck Jonathan. Goodluck Jonathan used in number 9, run 440. He run, he no look back. They can't keep him. Carry and give Buhari. Buhari, no take. They kill him, he die. They go carry the impostor come put. The impostor now sustain their tenure. Now, the drug lord will not even be Nigerian like you people, indigenous, somebody that is from Guinea Central or Guinea Conakry or whatever. That one now coming. And all of you that he has been using money to bring together, he has been using money to take care of you and to sponsor you to do Agberos work and to go and kill and maim and to sustain the existence of Nigeria. At this very point, that he has been poisoned, that you're supposed to even seek his face and to seek to see his sustenance, so that you can challenge the Fulani terrorists and make them understand that you people are still alive and that you stand with Tifinu, the drug lord. Hey, now we see say Shegede. Shegede. I don't even like him at all. With all the money that he has spent for you people for years. It's a very big shame. So our message to Tifunubu is that if he can survive till December, when he is having a rethink, he should think of the people to give contract. He should not mess with my fellow Igbo brothers of governors and senators and ministers, because those ones, they are very good in betrayal and working for you to kill their own. And they can deliver 100%, like Ifeanyi Ubah and all the DOS members and all the ones that betrayed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the ones that are even fighting the Biafran Republic government in Israel today, and the ones that are fighting the Biafra Liberation Army. The ones that are fighting that Biafra will not come. And those that place bounty on Mazi Monegba's head. Those that made sure Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. Someone like a Ejiofor that was the eye of one Nigeria inside IPOB for years, till they made sure Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. And every time they went to court, they will come and give you, Umu Chineke, Umu Chineke. Our leader is in high spirit. Our leader is in high spirit. So, Tifunubu, we are giving you an advice. Next time, or when you happen to open your eye, if you want to give people contract again, give my fellow Igbo saboteur brothers, because they can deliver for you and kill anybody for you. But your Yoruba brothers, they cannot kill anybody for you. They will run away. You see? Because now that they have poisoned you, they have run away from you. None of them is standing by you. That is the message. None of them now is looking for you. They don't even want to care or to know whether you're still alive or whether you don't die. So, when you venture open your eye, like this, you blink, change all the Yoruba Agberos that have been working for you. They don't love you. They don't like you at all. Contract my fellow Igbo brothers, the ones that worked for the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which you paid them. Yes, because the money that was used, you, Tifunubu, you brought the money, you contracted them, and they did the work for you. So when you wake up and your eye can see some of my Igbo brothers, give them the contract of safeguarding you and looking after you, because they will deliver to some extent. But your Yoruba brothers, they don't love you at all. Listen to your media house. Now you they pay them all. Tifunubu, now you they pay this your media house. But listen to them and you will be shamed.
Nigerians on social media are asking the question, where is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Well, the president was last seen attending the World Economic Forum in Saudi Arabia on Sunday, April 28th. The two-day forum, which aimed at helping public and private sector leaders address shared global challenges, ended on Monday, April 29th. The presidency, however, has not released any statement on why the president has not returned to Nigeria.
Now, can you imagine the gutter media that Tifunubu has been paying? They can't even look for Tifunubu. They are using him to make caricature on the same media house that Tifunubu is paying them every day. Tifunubu has been poisoned and is dying, and they are using him to do Hello, Jenny Okpe, Ruben Abati, Rufai. You are doing good. You are doing fine. You are doing nice. But watch the Biafran media house. When you come against the Biafran government, or you attack the Biafran people, or you attack the Prime Minister, or you even attack Martin Nnamdi Kanu that is in detention, or you kill any Biafran, or you say anything against Biafran, or you decide to show yourself and act as a sabo, you will see how the Biafran media will come at you as if they want to consume you with fire. At times, we even have to wave down some flags of the way the Biafran media wants to crush and to destroy the enemies of Biafra. Are you getting the point? At times, we have to do what? To calm them down and tell them, why, let us go this way. But if you allow them, they will destroy the enemies of Biafra within seconds. And the media will be booming. But look at the kind of media that Tinubu had paid for years while Buhari was in power, while they brought APC to be. Tinubu has been sponsoring this APC and this their useless government. And he has been paying this their media, white and brown and yellow envelopes in quantums. That is why they have ever been propagating lies and propaganda and blackmail and slander against the indigenous people, but portraying that the government is a working government. But do you see what has been their fate today?
Return to Nigeria. This has led to speculations in some quarters that the president may have proceeded to Paris, France, where he has traveled to several times, reportedly for his medicals. Well, in the meantime, Nigeria's Vice President, Kashim Shettima, departed Abuja for the United States on Sunday to represent President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the 2024 U.S.-Africa Business Summit. Well, according to the Vice President's media aide, Shettima will join other political and business leaders from Africa, the United States,
Hello, Omero. They said he has been traveling for medical since he assumed office. And what does that tell you? What tells you there is that he has been traveling medical, just like the sick impostor that was traveling up and down, go and come back. So they are making comparison and telling you, and making caricature, and telling you that Nigeria has been cursed with presidents that are all sick, that they've ever had walking corpse. So it's ever been walking corpse from one walking corpse to another, from one walking dead to another. Can you just imagine the kind of media house that is working for a government of a country? Hey, they use it to make show. They use it to make caricature. Their drug lord president that is paying them off with white and brown envelope has been poisoned and is dying. And then instead of the media house to drag out the people that are involved, which we have given them the speculation of what they need to do, they are sitting down in the studio and making caricature of the existence of their presidents, explaining to you that all their presidents have been junketing for medical treatment, medical trip. Oh, Tinubu. Now you should understand that the media house that you have been paying are against you. That is why I say Yoruba media are the most useless of all kinds. So please, what you should do is that tomorrow, when you just have one eye blink, change all of them and then put all my Igbo brothers there. They will deliver for you instead of instead of this your Yoruba Agberos white and brown envelope, because they have disappointed you big time.
The United States and beyond for high-level dialogues, networking sessions, and plenaries. The summit will take place at the K. Bailey Hutchinson Convention Center in Dallas, Texas. Okay, Dr. Abati, also, I heard you this morning asking, where is the president? But you're not the only one asking. Everyone is asking, where is the president? Let me take this tweet from Ngozi, who wrote, the president is not in the country. The vice president, too, has departed from the country. Which kind juju be this? Who is running the country? No responsible country in the world will have number one and two out of the country at the same time. Nigerians are in for a long ride. Well, there is no official statement at this moment about the president's whereabouts, but you know, there are reports from sources in the State House saying that he is probably on a private visit to France. Rufai, go ahead.
I mean, it's a very apt question.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't be rigmaroling, you know, because everybody blamed Buhari when they would go on his trips and all of that. So where's President Tinubu? You went to Saudi Arabia. Isn't it enough that they gave us fake, false announcement as regards a Maersk deal from Saudi Arabia that they have all debunked and cleaned off their social media now? And now the vice president too is out, so two of them are out at the same time. So who did they leave the home front for? The villa is empty. And that's why we need to be able to ask this question. President Tinubu was not around for his first May Day. He keeps talking about the rights of workers. Who would have thought that his first May Day should be as symbolic as May 29? So he's probably going to come on May 29 and say, fellow Nigerians, right? But where was he on May Day? And President Shettima has to go represent the president now? So why are we doing this to ourselves? So we should ask the question. Until today, I'm sure the presidency will not react. Maybe he will stay for about a week or two, or maybe he'll come back this week. Whoever knows.
Well, I spoke with our State House correspondent.
Because they always do the 21-day clause.
Right.
And that's why they can get away with this thing they get away with.
Yeah.
So what did Adesua say?
Adesua said that he may be back tomorrow. So let's hope that he'll be back tomorrow.
Well, come back. But he wouldn't tell us when he went in 6 days, right?
That tweet really, I don't know, we can address this later. That tweet about the vice president and the president leaving the home front at the same time, I think it is quite the story. Nigerians on social.
So, this whole show is quite interesting. They said Saudi Arabia denounced that President Tinubu was not in their hometown when they said he was there before. And now the story is that, oh, maybe he must have truncated to France. And the story is going and coming, going and coming. And so where is your dying president that has been poisoned? You people are not asking questions. They are just using it to make caricature. This is the media of the Islamic jihadist terrorist country, one Nigeria. And the very big mistake they made was to have given the media house and charge into Yoruba hands. Now there's the problem there. If you people had trusted my Igbo brothers that are very good in doing saboteur and killing their own and destroying Biafra, and kidnapping Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and hand over to the terrorists and placing bounty on the head of my Prime Minister Simon Ekpa and making sure that our ESN commanders were killed and making sure that Biafra Liberation Army are crushed every day and making sure that they bring everything that they have to come into Biafra land to come and kill our women and children. If Tinubu had given this contract to these my Igbo brothers that are very good in delivering this sabotage work, hey, now that you see that Tinubu has been poisoned, you would have seen the strategy, the way and manner that they would have gone on this media warfare and every other thing that they would have done to defend and to protect and to bring back the sanity and to see that they bring to book the people that actually spoiled their show, because it's going to be a contract, a deal. Don't you see how Ohanes and Ndibo are still doing the work for Fulani terrorists today? From this memo that they gave them a mandate. Don't you see the way Ohanes and Ndibo are still delivering today to Fulani? Don't you see the way they are crying today? Don't you see? Don't you see the way they are crying today? Now, don't you see the way Ohanes and Ndibo went as far as placing bounty on the head of our Prime Minister after they successfully kidnapped Mazen Nambikano? Don't you see how Oblesus Odima has told Tinubu that he should not release Mazen Nambikano even as fire is burning on his head? Don't you see how all the governors of the East are fighting to see that Biafra does not stand in their own time? And yet they are collecting woto. They are resisting and collecting woto. They don't want to give up. Don't you see how Ohanes Ndibo are in shambles today? Because when you give this our saboteurs work to do, even when you have defeated them and know that they are gone, they will not want to accept the defeat and tell you that it is finished. They will still continue. They will fight till they die because they know the money that they collected. And that if they don't deliver, that the Fulani Caliphate will come back for their head. Had it been Tinubu had given this work to my fellow Igbo saboteur brothers that sabotage Biafra, sabotage Mazen Nambikano, and tried their best to sabotage the Biafran government, which they cannot, because this government, none of you can sabotage it. None of you can bring it down. For those of you that have been converted to come in and claim to be angels that want to come and know and do better than the Prime Minister, and now become the angels of today, which us that have been around, we are now the devils. You cannot sabotage this very government. You will try everything you can, but you cannot sabotage this government. Before you finish your strategy of sabotage, you will be brought to limelight and you will be sent off. That is why we are no nonsense, but mistake and operation and government carry everybody along. We will carry everybody along, but there is no nonsense. When we see that you're becoming a problem in the scrutum of the Biafran government in exile, you will be pushed out. If we see that the thing don't come off your head, we'll look at you again. So, please, we've just seen how the media houses of One Nigeria are making caricature of their walking corpse and walking dead president that has been poisoned by the Fulani coup plotters, which are headed by Hope Jesus Odema and some of his boys, because they changed the strategy from killing them directly. They changed the strategy from the former plan, which they had wanted to do. They wanted to do it from this aircraft pattern, the way they had killed this Yoruba pilot. So they decided to remind him first. They reminded him first of this photo. They brought him into this face and told him, this is, remember how we did this to your Yoruba sister that was very good in killing our Fulani brothers? They were preparing the ground for him. Thereafter, they did not take it serious and did not listen to our Prime Minister. And today they have re-strategized and then they have come up with a well-outlined poison. So we are now telling you guys that do the prayer that you know how to do. We don't want Tinubu to kick the bucket now. That poison that has been given to him, we don't want him to kick the bucket now. We want him to still stay alive till October, November, December. October, November, December. That is the time. It is towards that time that we want. We don't want it now. You guys should pray that the poison should not finish his lifespan now. The poison should sustain him till October, November, December, before it finally do it, so that when the terrorist army want to take over, we declare our Biafra on the edge and then we destroy everything. Because if you are being deceived, that when they buy Tifunubu, that the Yorubas will rise up, you are making a very big mistake. And when you are being deceived also, that when they buy Tifunubu, that the military or the army will take over, you are making a very big mistake. The army that you are thinking and having confidence of that will take over have been infiltrated of the Fulani Islamic jihadist terrorists. So there is no how a terrorist that are contracted can come and stand up to carry out a coup with the indigenous mindset to fight to the restoration of your freedom. No, they will fight for their conquest agenda. That is why, while you are not dead yet, they are fighting you to conquer you and to implement Islamic jihad. So for you to understand the facts, rise up and think deep. Do not think and wait that when they fight Tinubu, that you will have a military coup that will be carried out by indigenous army personnel. I am asking you, how many indigenous army personnel are now in the military and the army, in the defense department, ministry? How many? How many? If they had been so much, why haven't they acted since to this time? Musa came out and was crying that Simon Ekpa has taken over the airspace. And when you listen to him, he sounds so moronic. Simon Ekpa is in Finland, and he's taking over your airspace in Biafra land. Are you not so stupid? And after he finished crying on the media, they lock him up and say, why did you go to disgrace Nigeria that Simon Ekpa has taken over the airspace? That you should have kept quiet and cry inside the house, no matter what happened, because Fulani are the ones in charge. By what he did, he exposed the secrecy of Nigeria. And that is why they cut his wings. Today, he cannot speak so much again. When he came out again, he was now telling you that, they went for bunkering because they wanted to revamp the Naira crisis. They wanted to see that Naira come back to life, so they had to go and kill people in Okoma. Today, where is Musa? I am asking you, where are the indigenous army, police, navy, air force, civil defense that will carry out coup to defend you and to restore your sanity? Kaduna Nzoku and all his men that led the coup in January 15, 1966 was to defend the genocide of the entirety of the indigenous people in one Nigeria, because they had the interests of the indigenous people at heart. This same template of the Islamic jihad was staring everyone to the face, and it only took courageous indigenous men and women that were majorly in the army high-ranking profile that were able to carry out a coup of that kind. Many that could not stand ran away and decided not to be part of the coup. But yet, did it stop them from being killed? They were still killed. Because it is either you become a coward, you decide to run, while a courageous person will now stand behind you and aim the gun at your back as you are running. The person will kill you. You don't want to carry gun, because you are very, very cowardized in nature. You are very, very shy person and fearful person. You don't want to carry gun. If you cock gun, your heart will do like this. But you prefer to run, to go and hide, while a fellow man like you will carry gun and go and kill a terrorist. So as you are running to go and hide, terrorists who go even carry the gun shoot you. Now, small boy of 8 years, where they don't teach an Islamic jihadist terrorist conquest agenda of how to cock a gun, and you carry gun shoot you where you be 45 years old. So we are telling you and asking you that you should not be dependent on the Nigerian defense forces that have been fully infiltrated by the Islamic jihadist terrorist foot soldiers, because there are no indigenous men that are courageous and are there in the defense force of one Nigeria that will carry out a coup to salvage all of you. The only solution that you have is Biafra. So if you want to believe it, you take it. If you don't want, sorry is your name. I salute all of you, and I call on all Biafrans to continue to give their support to the Biafran Republic government in exile, headed by this wonderful and swagalicious Prime Minister that is standing beside me here. He is doing a very good work. The more you attack him and try to drag him to the mud, the more the best of him is coming out every day. Biafrans have hope. With him on the steering, Biafrans have hope. Continue to support with your donations. Saturday is our mega fundraising, and that does not stop you from visiting the website on your daily basis. We have the Biafran shop where you can shop and customize any product of your kind. You can put your face on any product, whether a cup or a bag or a table or a windscreen cover or whatever, a window blind or door blind or mouse pad or computer pad or mouse, anything, t-shirt, cap, whatever you want, you can customize with your face and the face of the Prime Minister, the face of our Supreme Leader and Eternal Leader and the former President of Biafra, the heroes of Biafra. You can put your face also. It will be printed and sent to you. And when you shop anything on Biafra shop, you are contributing a quota directly and indirectly to the liberation of Biafra. So visit Biafra shop. It is www.biafrashop.org. As simple as that. Type it on Google, biafrashop.org, and you will see everything there. We have our Biafran coin, the Gemma, the official currency of Biafra, the currency of the ancient of the Biafran people that has restored us back to our roots. Visit bankofbiafra.org and then start trading and staking your Ejemma Biafra coins, code name USBT. USBT is equivalent to the dollar. Yes, it is the same value, and it will even be higher than dollar in time to come. You stake, after 7 days, you start making your earnings and you can withdraw after 7 days. As you are staking and investing in the Biafran coin, Ejemma USBT, you are helping the Biafra liberation to grow. You are supporting it directly and indirectly. Some of you may be asking questions, all these tiny, tiny ways of small coin, how long will it make to make something? Now, drip of water, now in the full drum. In the bank or in the banking sector, the banking department or the banking unit will not complete money to become 1 trillion without 1 cent. When 1 cent is out of it, it cannot complete a trillion. The same thing applies to 100. The same thing applies to 1,000,000. The same thing applies to 1 billion. 1 cent minus will not complete it. So if we are making 1 cent, 50 cents, 0.01 cents from all these web market and small interest or shares that is coming in to the Biafran government liberation fund, it is something. Do not calculate how long we are going to take and what it will be, but go and do your quota. Yes, you can apply for your ID card through the Biafra Security Administration.org website. That is the Biafra database system of Biafrans. Apply for your ID card, apply for your ticket to Biafra Convention of the Declaration of the Restoration of the United States of Biafra in Finland, December 2024. Also, our vote is ongoing. And also remember that on the 29th, the 30th, and 31st of May, is our sit at home to wrap up or in solidarity with the voting of the first phase of the referendum. It is also in line with the memorial of the fallen heroes and the fallen heroes and the fallen and all the heroes that have been massacred and slaughtered in the Biafran cause for years. The month of May is a memorable month for us, and we all understand the history of what we are going through and how significant this very month is very, very important to us. So we implore all Biafrans to key into everything that is going on. Cast your votes and continue voting, because your freedom is in your own hands. It is not in the hands of the oppressor and will not be given to you. Your freedom is in your own hands. The oppressors will not carry it and give to you like this. No, we have to fight for it, to get it by fire, by force. That is what we are doing, and that is why the Biafra Defense Forces are fighting to protect and defend motherland every day. We need more guns and bullets and more funds to be able to acquire more weapons so that we can defend motherland on a daily basis. And we appreciate all of you that have been making donations in many ways to see that the armory and the war chest of Biafra is intensified on a daily basis. And we cannot forget our gallant men and women who are doing the work. You guys, your sacrifices will not be forgotten for centuries to centuries and millennium to millennium. Your names will be written in gold, and Biafrans and our children that will come to be will continue to remember you. We are calling on all Biafrans in all countries to come together and make sure their liaison offices are established, because this is the global awareness that you are making within your countries of residence. That is how you speak to the government of your country. You engage them through the governing body of Biafran government in exile, which happens to be the liaison offices that you have in your countries. By so doing, you are pushing the awareness and making the message to go very far, and the government are being engaged in your own countries of residence, and they'll come to the understanding and fore of what Biafra is all about. You have to tell your story, and nobody will tell it for you. So rise up, don't stand on the fence, and don't say, let them do it when the Biafra come, I'll come and join. No, come and join us to make the Biafra happen now, before it happens before your very eye in a different way, and you will become a scapegoat to the enemies, and you will also become a foreigner in your own land tomorrow. Because when you're applying for your ID card, you have to tell us whether you have been supporting the Biafra liberation or not. And this will not speak the volume for you now. This will speak the volume for you in time to come when Biafra is restored. Your ID card that has not been supporting Biafra liberation will be different from the one that has been supporting. The right that you have will be limited compared to another person based on the way he or she has been supporting the Biafra liberation. Those that runs away from supporting their own freedom and liberation, they pay a very big price at the end of the day. Which one do you choose? To pay the big price at the end of the day? To be treated as a foreigner in your own land at the end of the day when you have your independence restored? Or to have full mandated rights as an indigenous person who is fully known, which has supported his or her freedom in his own time. Don't make your generations to suffer for your own evil and ignorance and your blatant stubbornness. Because what you do today may affect your children tomorrow. Because if your father treaded the path that is good, somebody will not come tomorrow and tell you that your father was a criminal. But if your father was a criminal, somebody have the right to tell you that your father was a criminal. But if your father was not a criminal, nobody can tell you that your father was a criminal and then you allow the person to get away with it. When you come tomorrow to do one document in Biafra land, then they tell you, from this database system that was collected, your father rejected Biafra. Your father refused to support Biafra. This is the fate that has awaited you. Can you challenge the government? because of the name that you answer, because of the lineage that you came out. As children, you can talk to your parents on what you see that they are doing bad, so that their nemesis will not come and befall you tomorrow. So, we call on all of you to support the Biafra liberation with everything you have. And we must applaud Biafrans back home for their unwavering support to the Biafran government in exile, and also obeying and carry out all the enactments implemented by the Prime Minister from the government in exile and de facto in the homeland. It is very important of what you guys are doing. It's not easy to be in the battlefield and in the war front, facing the brunt of one Nigeria, and inclining yourself to every ethics that is implemented by the government in exile and de facto in the homeland. I salute all your courage. Remember that you have a special place in Biafra. For those of you that are in Biafra land that are facing the brunt of one Nigeria, do not allow yourself to fall amongst the sabos, because the records are kept. But our bigger and bigger radar is on those that are in diaspora, which God has positioned them in diaspora to use the money that they suffer to make to defend motherland and to restore Biafra, but they refuse blatantly. We have a bigger hammer that is going to hammer them. So let's wait until Biafra comes. Thank you so much. Support the Biafran government in exile and support everything that we do. Yes, on the 12th, the Prime Minister with his cabinet will visit Biafrans in Spain on the 12th of May. The flyer is circulating. Please make it to go viral and let it get to all those that are not aware of. And we expect every country to stand up and live up to their expectations. Your financial support is what the Biafran government needs most. Nothing more than that, and everything will key in. When you assemble or gather, think of how to raise money. What is Mr. A contributing? What is Mr. B contributing? How do we put all of them together to send to the government of Biafra? That is what we need. We don't want to hear if you are fighting, or if this person is gossiping, or if you're taking this for this business or this and that. That one is not our business. What is our business is how much are you contributing for us to use to support the Biafra Defense Forces and the Biafra Liberation? That is what we want to hear. If you are able to donate $500, $200, $1,500, $2,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, bring them. Send it to the Biafran government payment portal. That is the most important thing we want to hear. We don't want to hear every other thing again. Now the money now we're after, because we have been gossiping for years, protesting and making noise all over without any template. Now we have a template, and let us focus on that template that the Prime Minister has put on the table. With money, we will achieve everything that we need, because we use money to acquire all the weapons. First, you must delegitimize the existence of the terrorists in Biafra land before you can now give succor to the Biafran people. And that is where we are going. Biafran Defense Forces are fighting every day. Give them all your support. Thank you all, and we see you. Dewo Omochineke from the Biafran government in exile and de facto in the homeland, reaching you from the Information, Media, and Communications Department. Dewo Omochineke. Ekom.
All hail Biafra, land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. We have vanquished our enemies. All hail Biafra. God bless Biafra. In him we trust. Shout it, sing it, all hail Biafra. God bless Biafra. We have emerged triumphant from all our our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing, the glorious song, play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra,